it's Nell, and I'm hanging out on my patio with my string of pearls and my string of bananas. Not that I'm doing a video about either of them right now, but I'm doing a video about their Senecio relative, because they are both in the genus Senecio, and that is the Trailing Fishhooks plant, or the Fishhooks Senecio. That's the one that I did the giveaway on a few weeks ago, so it really needs pruning because, you know, it looks like Lady Godiva. Now, I do have a string of bananas video care, string of bananas care video coming up soon, so stay tuned for that because this is a fabulous trailing plant. So that'll be up in probably 2 or 3 weeks, I guess. Who knows? But we're going to head on over to Lady Godiva. It's so funny because I don't name my plants. I have so many plants and I don't name that one, but I've just named this one Lady Godiva because the trails are on the floor and just like a Lady Godiva on her horse. So I'm pruning this plant because I want to stimulate some new growth. When you see some of this up here, and there's some inside the pot. Also, I want to get some of that going out and coming out because Tucson is not the optimum climate for fleshy succulents. Gets a little cool in the winter and it's so hot in the summer, and you can't have them in the sun for too long. Definitely not in the midday or the late sun. And mine has gotten a little bit on the pale green side. So I just want to give it a good haircut and make it happier and get some of that new growth coming on out. And I may eventually cut these older long trails off as soon as that new growth starts to happen. Okay, so I want to show you what happens down toward the bottom here when you prune, like I pruned here. I pruned there, and then it put out some growth there. And then when you get down toward the bottom, it even, let me put it against the white. I don't know if you can see how that forks off into a few forks actually. And of course there will be pictures in the blog if you can't get a good idea off of this with all the light in the background. But yeah, you know, that's something that's hard to control here. Okay, so here we go. All we're ready for some pruning. And I want to take it up about here. And this is not anything that is too artistic. I'm just going to prune here as close to the leaf there. And there are root nodes all the way along here, so these are going to root really easily. And I'm probably not even going to prune it that evenly. It just depends on the cutting, where it is. See, this one forks, I don't know, hopefully you can see because I'm filming this myself. So this one forks here, so I'm going to cut it right here. And by the way, these are my Fisker floral nips. I love them for jobs like this. They're really sharp. They're really precise, like my Felcos. I could use my Felcos, but I want to use these because they just go in and they're done. Oh boy, this plant is feeling better already, I can tell. Do that one there. So I'm just going to go around the plant and do this. Oh, see, this one is forking way up here. So I don't want it to be, I mean, it's going to get full anyway because where I cut it, it's going to fork again at some point. So I think I'm just going to be ruthless and cut this one up here because, as I said, this plant's going to be growing back in no time. And it'll also be nice because it's also all kind of tangled at the bottom, so I'm sure it'll be happy to be straightened out. And this is a little thin in here, So I'm just going to cut this right there. And I'll show you the pile of cuttings at the end too, so you can get an idea. And I sharpened these probably about a week ago, and I haven't used these too much, so these will be just fine. Oh my goodness, this one's way up here. Well, what am I going to do about this one? I think I'll leave, gosh, this one forks here too. So I think I'm just going to take off this one here just to thin it out. You might not be able to see it, but it was up a bit further. It didn't take very long. See how I have it up, pruned up there. This plant's going to be a lot happier because I didn't realize how much weight was on it with these stems that were forking out. And I've saved those few in the front to just show you a few more of them. And then here's the pile of cuttings. Boy, I got more cuttings than I thought. I hope I can get these all in the envelope. Envelopes, I should say. But that's a lot. Okay, I got some of the debris out of the way too. And like this one here, got all that on it. I'm going to cut it right here. No, I'm actually gonna cut it up to there because I like this kind of a staggered look here. Now, what are you doing? Not crazy about you. So I'm gonna cut you right here. You got a nice big root coming there, so somebody will be able to root that in no time. Okay, this one, I don't mind that. I'm just gonna cut this about right here. As I said, I don't want an even look. The kind of flowing in and out is fine with me. Now we got this one here, which is crazy. So I'm going to start by cutting off this one, this Y, and then I'm going to cut this right here and take off that. Boy, this one was a little bit tangled too. You know what? I'm going to keep up on this plant, keep it a little more pruned. Famous last words coming from someone who has way too many plants. Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep up on this one. There we go. This is, I don't know what's going on here, huh? Let's see. Oh, this here. I'm gonna cut this one here. Just trying to thin it out. I can go back after I'm done and take more out. I just want to get these all to the post office today too. And I just wrote a blog post this morning, so it's been a busy day. Okay, so I think this is the last one. It Y's way up here. So I'm going to take off this long one. And then I'm going to cut this one about right here. All right. Wait. I'm seeing a little too much in here. Okay. So there were a few stems that I didn't see that were looking pretty bad. They were actually really dark. And let's get down here by the pot stain. Oops. And it's because I had to move some of the plants around. You see where that's dried? That's where it's attached at the very top of the plant, and the weight has pulled it down. And also, too, it's really hot here. So these fleshy succulents have a little bit of a harder time than where I used to live in Santa Barbara on the coast of California. That's a climate they like a lot better. And the weight at the bottom of all the trails. So I'm going to take out a couple more of these. There's a few more of these that were sort of tucked inside. Yes, because just to show you again, here's a pile of cuttings. If you had this weight hanging off of you, you'd probably have some dead stems too. And what is the ladder doing here, you ask? Well, it's holding up my pencil cactus, which usually leans against the wall. There's the top of it. This thing, I brought it as 2 cuttings from Santa Barbara. I don't know if you can see that right there. 2 cuttings from Santa Barbara, and it's grown like crazy. It's blown over 2 times, and it's doing just fine, but it's putting out all that new leafy growth at the top, and I'm going to have to be pruning that too sometime, probably at the end of summer when it hits the ceiling. And just to show you, not my shoes. Yep, I'm working barefoot today. My Hoya, how full it's gotten. It's growing all over the place. I need to take cuttings of this and do some more training on it, because it really is gorgeous, and I love it because it gets the tinges of pink in it when it really starts to put out new growth. Ah, so beautiful. And then it's got the white growth on it. I love this plant. But you're going to have to wait for a couple weeks because I have other projects to do. Mr. Hoya, or Miss Hoya, or whatever you are. Oh my goodness, it just looks so much better. I gave it some compost and some worm compost a couple of weeks ago. So now it's going to be a lot happier because it's a good probably 1.5 or 2 feet up off of the ground. All those trees in the background, it's hard to see it. It's green against green. And who's come out to inspect this time? It's Inspector or Riley Cat coming to check the job. He approves because now he can easily walk under the plant. He doesn't get caught under it. He's waiting for the snakes to come out. Well, actually the snakes are out. I just haven't seen any in my yard, in my garden, so hopefully they'll be here soon. I'm not sure if you can even see this. I'll see it when I download these, but this is the top of the plant. I'm standing on the ladder with the pencil cactus and the wind chimes in my head, so. Anyway, there is some nice new growth up towards the top. It looks a lot better, and I really want to stimulate that and get that going too. So I want to thank everyone who responded to the giveaway. There were quite a few people. I really didn't look at it. I just had my friend choose a couple names, but or a few names. And next time it's going to be done completely randomly. I will most likely be doing another cuttings giveaway at the end of the summer because this plant grows like crazy and I will be pruning it again. So stay tuned for that and make sure you're subscribed to be able to get the cuttings. All right. So now I have my gigundo pile of succulent cuttings here, which are, some of them are actually falling. So I need to go get these all packed up in the post. I don't know if they're all going to make it in the envelopes. Some I'll just have to take them. I'm going out and about to do errands this afternoon, so I'll just have to ask people, want some cuttings? You want some cuttings? You want some cuttings? So as always, there is a blog post to go along with this video. The link will be down below, along with links to this plant. I think I've done 2 videos on this plant or 2 posts on this plant, so I will leave those links down below. There's also a succulents category on our website, so be sure and check that out. If you are into succulents, there are posts and videos there. So I hope you have found this video about pruning a very long Fishhooks Senecio to be helpful. I have a lot more videos coming your way, so stay tuned for those. I thank you for all your likes and your subscribes. I really appreciate them. Now let's get out in the garden or into our indoor gardens and make our worlds a more beautiful place. As always, I thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.